Hi everybody, good morning or good afternoon or good evening, whatever time it is for you. It's morning for me, and I have brewed a teapot of yerba mate tea, and it's for clarity. And this teapot is now available on my website. I'll post it below. It's very exciting, so that you can get as well. And the reason I like this teapot is because it has a mesh strainer. There's a lot of beautifully designed glass teapots that have a glass strainer, and I find that the holes, the little slits at the bottom of the strainer, do not allow enough water to pass through, and I find this one to be a lot more efficient. So I could go ahead and just drink the yerba mate as it is, or I could add a little bit of hosho wu, a little bit of reishi, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of stevia, and make myself a Chinese herbal medicinal drink, which I think I might do. But what I really want to talk to you about this morning, someone asked a really good question. They said, should I use all of this, these tonic ingredients, if I'm detoxing? Well, then I have to ask a question. What level are you at? First of all, we're always detoxing. Our bodies are amazing. They're constantly filtering out impurities. So we're constantly in a state of detox. So I say we need to meet ourselves where we're at and go to the next level. It is my theory to not, or my philosophy, or what I do for myself, is that I don't jump straight to any kind of fasting. Like, let's say, for example, I'm eating a really clean raw food diet, and I've added some chocolates in, and I've been having tonics, and it's gotten a little bit, there's phases in the raw food world, in your own personal diet, or in mine anyway. So you'll see me for weeks at a time just having, watermelon and lettuce with mandarin, and I'll have no fat. And then all of a sudden, a little bit of fat sneaks its way back in. Not even sneaks, sometimes I just need avocado and a little coconut oil, and then perhaps a little salt will go in, and then I'll make chocolates for a friend and I'll eat some, and then I'll start having tonics. And I notice that I'm on the cycle, the part of the cycle of my diet and my world where it's time to clean up a bit. So if I'm eating, especially if I'm going out to dinner, I'm eating raw food at the gourmet raw food restaurants, which is amazing, then I will start craving a little bit more of, the tonics with the oils and everything. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's part of understanding there's just a cycle of life. Like, just like every month is different, the new moon, the full moon. So the tide comes in, it goes out. We have to understand that we're in the ebb and flow of what's going on energetically around us as well. And I notice that there's some times where I need heavier foods, and perhaps it's to ground myself a bit, to make myself maybe not so vulnerable to outside energies. Anyway, whatever reason that you have eaten the heavier foods, be they the heavier raw foods, or you've gone off track a little bit and you've eaten, some cooked foods. And by cooked foods, I don't mean steamed broccoli and steamed veggies. I mean things with maybe not the best oils in it, or you've eaten some bread, or you've gone off track. Whatever your off track is, getting back on is what we might say, okay, time to detox, even though we're already detoxing. So I can't say whether, the Chinese, I can't imagine that hosho wu and reishi are too stimulating for you, because they're adaptogenic herbs. They're the kind of herbs they're amazing for your body, and they help your body deal with stress, and they help your body calm when it needs to, or invigorate your body when it needs to do that. So I think it's not the tonics, it's not the reishi, and it's not the hosho wu. If you can get those tonics into your body, into this tea, and drink it without having the coconut oil, or the teeniest bit of coconut oil, because anytime you add fats into your body, it slows down the detox. So I could go ahead and just make this with just these powders, and I will be on my way to detoxing from some of the fats and salts and whatever I've been having. So yeah, I've been a little bit on the not so clean side, so it's time to clean it up. And so I will show you what I do to start cleaning up. And if, for example, you've just been eating all kinds of things that have nothing to do with raw food, and you've been eating more of a standard American diet, which might consist of animal products, or it might consist of dairies, and how about gluten? You know, you drinking a tonic with a little bit of coconut oil in it and is actually going to be your detox plan. So I hope I'm making myself clear. I think so. So it's just really where you're at. If you have any questions, just post them below and tell me what you've been eating. But I think you know what it's like to clean it up. So that's why I made the liquids only DVD, is that it explains that, let's say you want to detox and you want to leave out fat. What can you have if you don't want to jump straight to juices? Because that can be a little bit jarring. Let's say you're chewing food and you're having heartier food, and then all of a sudden you just want to jump to juices. It might be a little difficult. The liquids only DVD has an explanation of my liquids only plan, which probably I'll start doing now, is juices, yes, lots of juices, but also soups blended in the Vitamix, in smoothies, and all kinds of things. So you're having a lot of your food, you're having a lot of the fiber, so you're full, and then you will get to the point where this got into a chunk. So it's a little bit, when moisture gets into some of these Chinese herbs, they will kind of solidify. I should not be using the ceramic knife for that. Where was I? Okay, the point is that meet yourself where you're at, do a liquids only plan. I think that to me is the best way to detox, and that basically means some tonics, some juices, some smoothies, and soups. So the less salt, the better. The less fat, the better. When you do get into a detox plan and you're juicing, you're not really going to have the tonics. You're just going to have the juices, and that's going to be your best way. So the answer is, if you are up to just juicing, stay away from, a lot of the, certainly cacao. You don't need the stimulants, and you wouldn't want to have the yerba mate tea. You can have tea, but maybe something without the caffeine. Okay, absolutely beautiful. I just want to show you, I have my sprouts. I sprouted clover. So easy. Watch our sprouting recipe. They're nice and dry, and sprouts are the most vibrant food. And if you are oh my gosh, these would be great just blended in a soup, or you put these on top of my One True Thing green soup. Gorgeous. Okay, so now I'm used to making my tonics with a little bit of oil, a teeny bit of, and this probably won't taste very good. That's okay. Why does everything have to taste so good? Sometimes it can just be good for you. It's not entirely awful. It's the stevia. I use the powdered stevia, which is the natural plant, instead of using the liquid, which has been processed. This stevia is green powder, and it's where the leaves of the plant have been dried and then ground finely. And actually, I kind of like it. So just take yourself to your own next level to detox and get your greens on, and I'll see you guys soon.